Hey, it's the coach. Alright guys, doing it's me, CaniSports, and welcome to Season 2 with Aston Villa. This is episode UX that is apparently 19 in Estonian. Let me know in the comments down below what is episode 20 in your language as we get into a new season with this team right here. In the first season, I can say that I am extremely proud of the fact that for the starting lineup within that first season, we've only changed 2 positions. We have brought in Bradaric, we have brought in Senesi. The rest of the team is original Aston Villa content right here. And because of them being so freaking good originally, we have had some massive progress throughout the team in the first season. If you guys are hyped for the second season in which we will be taking part in Champions League football, let me know by hitting that like button. Let's get this video to over 3,000 likes as we start off a new season and as we start off hopefully into a completely new journey that is different to last year. Hopefully we can achieve more than we did last year. Yes, we did qualify for Champions League, but we did lose to a championship side in the FA Cup final, which again shows you that this team still has a lot of work to do. And talking about that, there's a comment here from Ollie Watkins actually, who says, you do realize now that Watford will be playing in Europa League? Yeah, a championship side is actually going to be taking part in Europa League football because of our inability to beat them. Nice. There's a comment right here from William Jansson to start off the episode as well. He says, keep in mind that Samata is on loan and will come back. Because of that, you can sell him for a bit more transfer budget. Yes, that is true. But lads, the transfer budget is a bit nuts. It genuinely is a bit nuts. I did not expect anything like this. And I don't expect us to spend every single penny. But watch this right here. Our transfer budget is 111 million. Because we made it into the top 4 in the Premier League, we got 168 million for our budget for the next season. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to think that we now have this type of money at our disposal. I did not expect anything like this, but this forces us into a position now. We have to make improvements for the team wherever it is necessary without really looking at names, looking at performances. We have to improve. And if you look at the last season's performance, there are a few standout players. If I have to give you a top 5 of my players, Ollie Watkins would be my number 1. Jack Grealish would be my number 2 personally. And my number 3 would probably be Konza. I was extremely impressed with his performances. He has been an unbelievable player for us. Number 4 would be Martinez, who I absolutely love in the goal. And number 5, I'm thinking Bradaric. Yeah, Bradaric. He was the best defender in our team. So those are the top 5 players that I'm not willing to change at all. If we are looking into the team and if we're looking to improve in one specific position, the one position that you look at is the position of Trezeguet. We have to be a little bit cutthroat when it comes to improving this side and when it comes to finally moving Aston Villa into the next stages. It comes down to bringing in the top players of the world, especially if you have 111 million. Now, this doesn't mean I'm going to go ahead and buy Mbappe. That's not going to happen, lads. But we're still going to be trying to bring in some top-notch quality players into the squad. Now, for that left midfield position, which Trezeguet has now grown to a 77, he probably has improved his potential. But anyways, we're going to move on from him. And I think we're going to sell him. This is what I want to do, guys. I know he's a 5-star player, but whenever you actually see me get past people with his 5-star skills, he just doesn't feel nimble enough. He's just not. He just doesn't feel like a 5-star player. His dribbling is just too low. His pace is too low. And he's just not doing that good in that sense. But overall, he's had a good season last year. Don't get me wrong. But if we have to spend on one position right now in our team, it's that left wing spot, in my opinion. So we have to find the right choice, the perfect player for Aston Villa for that left wing position now. Before we actually get into this left wing stuff, there was a really good comment coming in through the fan cams. Check it out just now. As always, go into my Instagram and send me a DM with a video of yourself to get involved into these videos.
Hello, Chani. Just want to say congratulations on qualifying for the Champions League with Aston Villa. If you do get an invitation to manage an international team, or would you be accepting it? Because just imagine seeing Grealish and Watkins together.
So basically, he's asking if I would like to jump in there and play international football as well. This is one thing that I always avoided doing. Every time I do international football, it just seems people don't really seem to care enough. It's been something that I've done for years now. I've been far away from taking over international teams and just not really wanting to do it because I find it to be pointless. So let me know if you guys want me to do it. I mean, we could do it in a way where we just accept international job offers just to take a look into that nationality and seeing what type of talents we can find through that way, and then just leaving the job whenever necessary. So let me know what you guys think about that. Just to do a little bit of scouting, we could do that. Let me know in the comments what you think. Oh god, while I was looking through the comments for a player to bring in for that left wing position, there was a very, very big comment right here. It's coming in from Jacob Takla, and he says, Johnny, renew Martinez's contract as he has a 24 million release clause. Now, he's only worth 16 million right now, but I do believe that Martinez is going to keep on improving. So this is very, very good from you, man. Thank you very much for that one. We don't want to lose out on Martinez, so we definitely are going to be offering him a new contract. He's currently getting 36k. We're going to be offering him 45 and above, and he has accepted. But he doesn't... Weird. He doesn't accept for another year, but the release clause is gone, and I'm totally fine with that. It seems like there's one transfer that most of you guys want me to make. This is the top comment of the last episode. It is coming in from DDW, and he says, sign Anthony from Ajax. This guy is a new talent that is now within the game, a massive player that I never really got to try in any of my other career modes, which makes him a very exciting prospect. He is a right winger that can also play on the left wing. We can obviously train him to play in that position if necessary. But he's a left footer who will probably be much well suited on that left-hand side. He's that dribbling type player that we would like to bring in. And I honestly wouldn't mind bringing him in because he's an exciting prospect at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for Anthony, guys. You guys wanted to bring him in, and that is exactly what we're going after. He already has 5 traits. What the hell? Flair trait, long shot taker, speed dribbler outside of the foot, and technical dribbler on top of it. Anthony, you seem to be very much wanted from our viewers, and I'm excited to potentially bring him in as well. This could be a nice step up on that left wing position for our team, and he probably should be a little bit at a decent rating as well now, because as far as I remember, this Anthony begins at around 77, 78, so he could potentially be higher rated than Trezeguet already. Now, when it comes to this deal, we're going to offer Trezeguet, guys. We're going to do it. Yep, we are going to do it. Trezeguet within this deal. Let's see what they say with a 10% sell-on clause, and we have to offer some money on top of it as well, I would assume. So I'm going to go with 15 million plus Trezeguet and a sell-on clause. Are they okay with that? Yes or no? Do they want Trezeguet? Ooh. They stand up and walk away at that offer. Guys, that means that we are potentially looking at a massive, massive talent in Anthony who we have to get in. By the way, if you did notice, there was an actual manager negotiating. EA have finally fixed career mode on consoles when it comes to that issue. So good job, guys. But next time, don't break it to then have to fix it. That would make it a lot easier. All right, so when looking into our team, I think it does make quite a lot of sense when we are looking into that CDM position. We have conceded a lot of goals last season, way too many, and Nakamba has been doing well, but Douglas Luiz is actually defensively an even better player in the team, and I do like him on the ball a lot more than I do like Nakamba. His passing play is much better as well. Don't get me wrong, I've been very impressed with Nakamba throughout the season, but I think it might be time to drop him to the bench because we do have the transfer budget that we have now. We need to go for some players that actually will take us to the next level when it comes to defending. If you look at our goal conceding record in the last season, we have conceded way too many goals. Despite switching to the 4-2-3-1, our team has gotten a lot put past them. And that needs to change for our squad. Now, ever since Senesi has come in, the defense has been doing well. I do trust in these defenders. I do trust in Senesi. I do trust in Konza. And I do believe that these guys are good enough for our team. But when it comes to the different positions, Douglas Luiz has grown a lot. He is very young as well, 23 years old, while Nakamba is 27. and potentially doesn't have that much of a high ceiling left to reach. And even though I love Nakamba, we will now probably make him a backup player, a player for the bench, and potentially sell on McGinn. I know that a lot of the Aston Villa fans love McGinn, but I just don't see a spot for him in the team anymore because we also have so many youth academy talents coming through that I would love to use. So Nakamba is potentially going to drop down to the bench. McGinn is going to drop down to the transfer list. And we're going to be trying to sign ourselves an amazing CDM. Let's freaking do it now that we missed out on Anthony. Let's do that CDM portion. If you guys want to know who's the most expensive player in our team, by the way, Jack Grealish, 41 million is his value at the moment. Bradaric is at a 40 million value as a left back. He is ahead of Ollie Watkins, who is at 29.5 million. Konza at 26, Matty Cash at 25, and Douglas Luiz at 23, just showing once again that he is a very, very valuable player for the squad. Wesley once again on the bench. As mentioned, I might have to let go of Wesley. I might have to let go because I feel like he's going to be quite unhappy very, very soon. He has a squad role as an important player, and I can just not give that to him. I cannot offer that to Wesley. And they're having comments saying maybe just use Wamangituka as a backup striker rather than using Wesley. And I'm not against it, man. I just feel like I'm going to have a big issue with Wesley this season. Contractually, he's going to be asking for more playtime, and I just cannot give it to him because Watkins is so freaking good. But for the reserves team, he could do bits. So then I'm thinking maybe just keep him around for the reserves team because we're going to have a very tight schedule this year with the Champions League now added in. So I'm going to be giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to be hoping that Wesley is fine with just playing for the reserves team and scoring goals there and doing well for us there. But moving on from that, John McGinn, it's time to go into the transfer list, man. I'm sorry, I love you, but it might be time. Or do we let go of Nakamba instead? Is it Nakamba or McGinn? That's a tough one. McGinn is like the favorite of the people, but Nakamba is my personal favorite in between the two. I'm going to keep Nakamba. McGinn is going to go. For that CDM position, I want someone that is fast. I want someone that is able to play a good pass. I want someone that we could train into becoming an absolutely ridiculous player. Someone that still has some room to grow into, but someone that will probably cost us a lot of money. Now, in that case, I want to go for someone that I haven't used ever in my career modes. It is Konrad Laimer. He is currently an 83 rated CDM for Leipzig with some absolutely amazing stats on him. Let's take a look at this. He has 83 acceleration, 86 sprint speed. So there you go. Pace, much better than Nakamba already. Agility, jumping, strength, stamina, 90. Look at that. That is quality. Aggression, 85. Interceptions, 85. And good vision to go along with it. You need a midfielder in that CDM position to be able to chase people down, take the ball off them with the aggression, and then also have the vision to play the right pass straight after. So in my opinion, Laimer with some of the most balanced stats you will see in a CDM and some of the most OP stats in a CDM, I think he would be the perfect choice for our club as the marquee signing in this season to improve that defense in our team and also improve the transition from defense into attack with someone like him. We're going to get him. 14 million. We'll probably have to spend a lot more than that, but I want him in the squad and he's going to improve us in a massive way. So let's approach to buy Leipzig. Let's do this. This is going to be the biggest deal that we're going to be making in this transfer window. I can tell you that much, guys. We're going to be starting off with a 45 million offer right here. No sell-on clause, no nothing. I just want to see what they say. It is Leipzig coming back with a 47 million ask, which is not too far away from what I wanted. And now the question becomes, am I willing to spend 47.8 billion for Konrad Laimer? I am. I very, very much am. I think he is going to be one of the best midfielders we have ever used in any of our career modes. And I'm not joking when I say that. He looks insane. And with that signing, we're not just bringing in a talent as well. A lot of people don't like it when you just constantly bring in talents. This is someone that has established himself in the Bundesliga already and is looked at as one of the better midfielders in there. He's 24 years old right now. He's not a talent anymore. It's a player that is ready to go for Champions League football, and I like that. I don't want to go for 18, 19, 17-year-old players constantly. We want to bring in the finished product as well. By the way, really happy that we finally get to see our manager on the screen as well. A crucial first team role, which he obviously deserves. We will give him a 5-year contract if he's happy with that, to stay around until he's 29. And the good thing is he does have a real face as well, so that's a big plus. Disregarding the release clause, he wants 44k. That's fine with me. Konrad Laimer is the biggest signing of the Aston Villa career mode, and with that, the defense has been improved in a massive way, and of course, the midfield is being helped in terms of moving forward at the same time. He is now a part of Aston Villa, an 83 rated player who somehow has lost value ever since he joined in. He was worth 40 million until I bought him, and then it said 36.5 when we got him. That's a weird one. I don't know why that is. Is it because of the length of the contract or something like that? I don't know what it is exactly, but as mentioned, Nakamba goes onto the bench, and now Laimer will be playing alongside Douglas Luiz. Now, look at him. He has all the pace you need, all the passing, all the dribbling, all the defending, and of course the physical as well. One of the best well-rounded players that you are looking at. Look at the graphics in the top right there, with the pace, shooting, physical, and all that. You can see Douglas Luiz is already a greatly well-rounded player, but Laimer is just next level on top of that as well, especially in terms of pace. So yeah, man, this is going to be so much fun. That is such a sick signing. I'm super hyped about that. In terms of development plans, by the way, I have given everyone a new development plan if it was necessary. I've done it before we started off the episode, so just in case you guys want to see it, here it goes. I'm going through the development plans for most of the players. I've changed a bunch of them around. All the defenders, the center backs, I've put on stopper now, just to make sure that we get them a little bit more pace and sprint speed as well. We have changed Anchorman on Douglas Luiz and Nakamba, and now we have the new guy in Laimer. Now, I would like him to have a 5-star weak foot. That is one thing that I want out of my midfielder, to be able to shift on either feet and get the ball to his teammates. So we're going to put him onto the Anchorman right here to make sure that he's going to be able to use that left foot of his in a very, very good way as well. So let's do that. He is going to improve his interceptions, his slide tackle, his agility, his reactions and ball control are going to go up as well. He already has outstanding speed, so that doesn't really need upgrading anyways. I actually want to see what happens with the team in the preseason tournament, so I'm just going to sim past it. The preseason tournament isn't really that important to me personally, and I don't think you guys care as much as well. But actually, one thing that we might have to do here is we got to stop after the Napoli game to see if we have an offer for McGinn. We've lost in the first game against Inter. We have, how are we doing on here? We've lost against Napoli as well. So both of the Serie A teams have beaten us, guys, which shows our team definitely isn't up to the task yet. Not yet, but there's an offer for Samatta, which we are looking forward to getting done. It is Samatta for 11 million. That is perfectly fine for me. Whichever deal goes through, goes through. 10.6, 11 million. That's all we're going to take for Samatta, a player that we're probably never going to be using anyways. Then Matty Cash is not going anywhere. We're going to be blocking offers for him. And we do get a swap deal offer here for a left wing that is 76 rated. Opa Nguet for Mendes. Now, Mendes is very important for our team in terms of a backup and the reserves team. And I don't necessarily need another left wing because I want Anthony in the team. So I'm assuming here we're not going to go after that deal. We're going to reject that one. I'm sorry, Mets, but it was a decent offer, I guess. But you're offering a 27-year-old for a 19-year-old who's a massive talent. It's not going to happen. Also, this season is going to be a lot harder than the last season. As I mentioned to you guys already, the sliders have improved now for the AI. They're going to be playing much better already. We're already on the highest difficulty with competitive mode turned on, but it's going to be a tough one. We have won against Villarreal, which is a good thing to see, but we have lost both of the games against the Serie A teams. And our first game in the Premier League is against Liverpool. Are you freaking kidding me, man? But there's a long way to go. A long freaking way to go until we get to that game against Liverpool. And there is Samatta now being sold. That's good. I'm writing to let you know that Bjorn Engels has been developing well, and we're now satisfied he's reached his physical and technical levels we expect from him. Interesting. Huh. I did not know that. Oh, that's why he said it. Björn Engels has basically reached his potential. There's nothing I can do about Björn Engels, guys. We have to sell him. We have to sell him. He cannot grow in any way, and that's not good enough. We're going to let go of him while he's at his peak. We're going to let go of Björn Engels because it's just not good enough. So we're going to bring in someone better for Björn Engels and someone younger that can definitely grow. Fuchs is a great centre-back already, and he needs someone alongside him that can grow along. So I would not mind letting go of Engels here as a centre-back that sadly has reached his peak, which is a bit of a downer. The player I want to bring in is someone that I've never used before once again, but someone that just has a really, really nice name. It is Eduardo Quaresma. I want to bring him into the squad, a 19-year-old centre-back that is an exciting prospect, actually, from Sporting to play alongside Konza if possible. So we're going to be offering Björn Engels in a swap deal here, hoping that this one can go through. It is going to be a deal where we offer him and money, of course, because this young talent probably goes for a little bit more. 9 million plus 5. I don't know. Maybe. I have no clue. I just don't want to. I just want to get a young player into the squad that is going to be playing in that reserves team next to Konza. And the deal has gone through. I know I'm definitely overpaying here. I'm definitely overpaying. But I would much rather overpay, bring in a young talent that is going to work for the team and that is going to improve and has high potential, rather than having someone that is stagnated right now in Engels. So we are making smart business here in the long term. We are investing into the future, and Quaresma is definitely someone that I would like to see wear that Aston Villa kit next to Konza and potentially grow into a massive player as well. So we're going to do exactly that. We're not just buying players for now like we did with Laimer. We're also bringing in players for the future. Now, I do wonder if he's going to be happy with that player role. He wants to be a rotation player. That's fine with me. Sadly, he doesn't have a real face, but that's okay. A 5-year contract he wants. That's good. He wants to be in the Premier League for a long time. No release clause. The question is how much on the wages. I actually don't know how much he's earning at Sporting, but I'm going to offer him 30k, which might be a little bit low, actually. No, it's actually reasonable. Perfect. All right. So Quaresma has signed and Björn Engels has left right after we got the message that he has peaked. There was no way to improve him anymore. So now we have brought in someone that definitely will be improving. And he's 74 rated. He's literally just 3 ratings behind Björn Engels already. I'm liking that a lot. It is a decent signing for the team, guys. So let's put him into the squad instantly to take over as the right centre-back. Now, this signing is a little bit unusual when you compare it to what we do in the past, because he doesn't necessarily possess a lot of pace for a centre-back. He is someone that only has 65 sprint speed to go along with 56 acceleration. So clearly, this young man needs some development plans put on him that will improve his speed. I think the stopper is the one that you want to go for when it comes to speed. It gives +3s right there. So defensive awareness, stand tackle goes up as well, and his physicals. It might be the most overpowered development plan for any of the defenders that you have in your team. So we're going to go for the stopper for him, which is going to improve his defensive work rate to high as well, which just, again, makes it the best development plan, in my opinion, for that spot. One thing I wanted to check out, though, as we have gone past a couple of weeks, for the Youth Academy, do we have the man that we wanted already swapped to a left midfielder? I'm going to check that out real quick. I think he's in the... I think I called him up into the main team already. He was a centre mid. Where is he? Where is he? Fernandez. There we go. Has he finally been able to... Oh, has potential to be special. Whoa. Eduardo, hold on. Let's check the potentials. I've not paid any attention to the potential in our team. Melier, showing great potential. Okay, that's the first one. Franklin, exciting prospect in goal for us. Mendes, showing great potential, so up to 84, 85 potential. Bradaric, exciting prospect now. That's huge. Quaresma, showing great potential. Fuchs at the club since blah, blah, blah. He's a bit too old, I'm guessing. Anyone else that we have in here that we might have to look at and say, wow. Frimpong, only showing great potential. Might have lost a little bit there. That's not too good. Exciting prospect on Newton. We brought him into the team. He was one of the most expensive players that we brought in through the Youth Academy. I do believe he was actually more expensive than Rutherford, and he is higher rated than him. So keep an eye on these youngsters that we have in the squad, guys. We have some massive talents in here that we might want to loan out I might want to loan out some of these guys to make sure they actually get some play time. That might be something that we have to do, but I'll make a decision on that reading your comments. Let me know if I should be loaning out all these young players. But this guy, Eduardo Fernandez, has potential to be special. We have to put some effort in with this man. We're trying to make him a left mid for 8 weeks now. He has just not been able to get there. But and once he becomes a left mid, he's going to be higher rated, I believe, and I can't wait for that. But it's nice to see that we have that type of potential in the squad. Showing great potential on Cherki. That's maybe a little bit too low. We need to get some good game time in with him this season to make him the player that we want him to be. And then that is pretty much it. Solomon, great potential once again. Contract expiring, no one cares. And that is the end in terms of potential. So one of the players, only one of them, is showing great potential, showing special potential for this season, and it is a youngster from the youth academy, and I love that. By the way, this season I don't think I'm going to bring in anyone else to the youth academy. I have these 2 players waiting to be picked up. Actually, Sanderson, you can go. Your thing has gone down too much, so we're going to let go of him. But Higgins is the only one that we're going to get through the youth academy from this point on. I will not be scouting anymore because we already have enough talents in the team, and we don't need to do more than that, in my opinion. Finally, the position change is here. Finally, it is for Fernandez. Please actually become a massive player here when you move to the left mid spot. He just has better stats for the left midfield rather than center midfield. And once we improve him, he's going to be really good in that spot. What is he going up to? He goes up to a 63. See, I knew it. He's better suited for that left midfield position. We now got to focus on him growing in his stats right here in the best way possible. We're going to make him a support midfielder first. Get that pace up because you need a lot and lots of pace in that left midfield spot. So we're going to do that first, and then we're going to focus on the rest in terms of shooting and all that good stuff. So yeah, that is something else that we got to look at. Or maybe do I go with the inverted wide midfielder straight away because his weak foot is quite terrible as well. But I actually don't know now. What do I do? I'm going to keep a support. He needs to go up acceleration as well. It's very necessary to get past people. We have a bunch of offers coming in right now. It is a loan deal offer for Ryan Cherki. Do we let go of him? Do we give him out on loan to improve him as a player? Do we give him his time at Leeds United? Now, Leeds United is not necessarily a team where he would be playing starting lineup. If it was a different team, I would have probably accepted where he could have been in the starting lineup, but Leeds is not going to be the one. But apparently loan deals massively increase potential for the players still in this game, as it has done in the past. And it might be an option for us. I don't know about the Cherki one. I don't feel comfortable selling him over to Leeds United, but we do have an offer for Trezeguet for 11.9 million. I'm interested, guys. I am interested. I am going to accept that offer. Trezeguet is going to leave our team. He was a decent player in the first season, but there's a lot more we can get out of that left wing position, and we all know it. Now we have an offer of 10 million. Why only 10 million for Wesley? How are they coming up with this value when he's worth 21 mil? That's a very awkward one. We're going to reject that one for sure. Arsenal trying to sign Konza, my favorite centre-back. No, thank you. Not happening. Goodbye. Actually, one of our scouts is still looking for talents. Felipe Cardoso, decent potential, terrible overall. I need massive overalls right now. Great potential, terrible overall once again. Nope, not doing it, guys. You guys are not cutting it. 925k. You know what? I cannot say no to that. Then we have to sign him. Anyone else that has high overall as well, who wants to potentially join into the main squad? Not really. That is pretty much it. We only have this man left for 450k. And this should be showing you as a symbol that these types of players are not good enough anymore for Aston Villa. We have plenty of incredible talents, and we're going to reject Pedro Santos. He will find somewhere else to play because there's no way we can fit him in at the moment. And we have rejected him, and we have made sure that we brought in the right players. The youth academy should pretty much be done there. And there it is, the offer now coming in for McGinn for 14.9 million. I know I'm selling these players under value, but you know what, man? I'm just making Eintracht Frankfurt a little bit of a good deal right here. He can go. McGinn, thank you so much for being a decent player in the first season, man. I know Aston Villa fans, I know he's important for you in real life, but in this game right now, for us, especially with the signings that we have made, he is not necessary anymore. Trezeguet has been sold. The Vasilev offer has sadly been withdrawn. I missed out on that one. But in general, I'm now very happy to say that we have 81 million. And once McGinn sells, we're going to have above 90. And now we have the game against Liverpool. That is how far we've gotten now. The Premier League is about to start. But I think this episode is going to be mainly a transfer window episode. Let's take a look at the first team. Douglas Luiz, now 80 rated. He has grown to that 80, which is good to see. Senesi and Konza will be getting there soon enough as well. Wesley is now currently our left wing, which shouldn't be. The reserves team, I'm happy with the setup here. I'm very, very happy. We have really good players overall everywhere, and young talents, of course, as well. And then the academy players we have in here as well. But this team sheet is not really that important. Not necessarily one that we're going to be using at any time soon. But now I think it's time to go for Anthony. It's time to finish off the episode with a massive signing right here in the name of Anthony, who is going to improve our team on that left wing position incredibly. And yes, he can play left wing, so right wing and left wing, left-footed anyways, so he's going to be better suited there. Ajax, I want to sign your big talent. Let me get him, please. Okay, so my first offer was an absolute joke, apparently. We're going to be offering 40 million. Yep, 40 million for Anthony. I know he's probably worth even more than that. He's worth more than that, and they stood up and went away, and they ran off. Lads, this Anthony could be insane. I had no idea he's this high rated. They stood up and ran off at the offer of 40 million. How good is this kid? Why is he so freaking good? By the way, EA, can you implement a thing where we can go into the transfer hub and scout the players here as a fifth button? Scout the player. That'd be great, man. I would love to have that as an option. Please do it. But I'm now even more interested in Anthony. I have to admit, I really desperately want him to get into the team now. But sadly, we have the Liverpool game coming up, so we can't get this deal done today. But that Brazilian wonder kid, he seems to have had great growth this season. He seems to be someone that we have to spend big money on, and it might be one of the biggest transfers. Definitely going to be bigger than the one for Konrad Laimer. We're going to be bringing him in on that left wing position when the time comes. For the game against Liverpool, though, we will be playing Wamangituka. Yeah, I think we're going to be playing Wamangituka on that left-hand side. He's going to be carrying the squad on there. He's going to be good enough, I'm hoping. But Douglas Luiz up to an 80 now, which is great to see. Senesi and Konza working on their pace, which is going to improve them as well. Konza, obviously, great pace already, but I want him to be even faster. I want him to be Varane-like. But yeah, overall, man, I'm super stoked. I can't wait for the season to begin, guys. I can't wait to jump into gameplay. I can't wait to get absolutely destroyed by the big teams. It's something that I am really looking forward to. So thank you guys so freaking much for being here for the first episode, which is mainly a little bit of us just jumping in there and doing some transfer business, which was very much necessary. Newton, one of our biggest talents alongside Rutherford, now they have made it into the bench of our team. Let me know in the comments down below new fan objectives for the new season, guys. Hashtag fan objectives in the comments so I can find them easier. Give me some new ones for this season, and trust me, I'm gonna get Anthony into the team next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. See you next time. Take care and peace.